I'm talking about is a guy named D1. He's something like a Christian rapper. He does rap, but he doesn't do any profanity in the rap. And he's been out for a while. I have a couple of his albums, and they were pretty good. I think they were good. But the thing, he is trying to bring, what I want to say is he's trying to bring a conscious mind to the African American community, and talk to us about how. And this is a young dude too. He's not a older guy. He's a young guy that I believe understands the ramifications of what goes on in the music industry. He sees it. He's living in an area where he sees how rap, and not all rap, I'm gonna say that, but the rap that's being more prevalently played in the community, that rap, how it has helped and I would say assisted in the demise of many of our youth, because they really believe the stuff that these people are talking about. And most of these guys that are doing this, living like this, talking this stuff, doing that rapping, they're not gangsters at all. They really are not gangsters at all. But they do that because these music execs have enticed them with money, and they want to get paid. They want to be able to live the lifestyle that they see their peers living, and that they also see just in the general community. Because if you grew up poor in the hood without nothing, of course you want to have that. And sometimes it's not like quite as bad as the dope game, but a lot of those kids that was out there in the dope game, they was just trying to make a living for their families. Yeah, they wanted to have some of the bling bling and all that kind of stuff that went with that. The girls, the cars, the jewelry, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they did. But that's because they've seen it all. They've been without all their life, and it's always been, paraded in front of them, so much that they have a hankering for it, a desire for it, and there's no one else in the community. All of the leaders, all the people that were basically, that gave them a different eyesight, different mindset, that tried to change their paradigm, have either been killed off, or they've been put in jail, or they're just not around anymore. So they didn't have the idols or the people to look up to for leadership. They couldn't get it from the church. For the most part, they couldn't get it from the church because the church wasn't doing nothing. They wasn't doing anything like that. I hate to say that, but that is an absolute fact. So, just to give you an example of what I'm talking about, the mindset of this young brother, I got a couple of clips. Well, I got one clip from him, just talking about, how he felt about the game, how he felt about the people in the game, and I think he has a very strong understanding of what we're really up against. So let me pull him up right quick. I'm going to play him, then I'm going to play one of the people he was talking about. What's his name? Mike something. When I put him up, you'll see who I'm talking about. But this is D1 right here. Hold on.
Here's my thing with calling out names is we know that these people have nestled into this convenient space where their success camouflages the fact that they are at the forefront of being able to shift what's wrong with this culture. And if we never call these names out, and if we just look at it like, well, that's a legend, that's untouchable, you can't talk about that person, you can't say nothing about this person, that's the biggest, artist in that realm, or that's the then those people are the biggest part of the problem. Mm-hmm. If they have the biggest potential to help shift things, but if nobody ever talks about what it is that they could be doing better, it's like, I don't call you out because I got a problem with you, man. Like, I wish we could go get lunch right now, me and any of them. I love you too much to not be honest with you.
Now, I think that little snippet says a lot. This young brother he understands what's going on with this thing. He understands how these music executives are using these young brothers to do one thing, to get money. They don't care, as long as they get that money. But the thing about it, see, a lot of these guys who are in the game now, Mike Jones, that's the guy I'm finna show in a minute. His name is Mike Jones. Now, this is an older guy. He's not a young pup. He's been around. He's been in the game for a while, quite successful. But when I hear him, it's like he not. I want to say he got his feelings hurt, but they can't take criticism. They've been so used to being, praised and loved and idolized and things like that, and they see what they're doing is wrong. They see that a lot of times the music that they put out there in the community is bad for the community. They know it, but they're trapped. They're trapped because they have no other. They have no other way. As far as they know, there are many ways, but as far as they know, they have no other way to change, to create another income. Now, they could do it, but then once you get stuck on the income and the adulation that comes from that, and you get in the remuneration, you get in the money that you get from that, you're able to buy all these things that have the look of success that makes your peers and the people that you know look at you in a different light, as being what is called successful. But then you don't want to hear that because you want to stay in that place. You want to stay in that place all the time. And this brother said, no, you can still make your money. You can still get your money. Still get it. But you don't have to get it like that. You don't have to say the thing that you're saying. You can turn that rap into something positive. And they are really, I believe, let me show you another, I'm playing another tape, that they do not want that. You see what I'm saying? Because they want to keep an image of us, I believe, to the world of what they interject into the videos, until what they see these kids doing on the street everywhere. Because most of these kids aren't like that. Most of the kids that are out here are just trying to make an honest living for their families. Trying to take care of the children that they have. Trying to take care of their mama, trying to buy a house for mama or buy a car for baby sister. All those things like that. But they get caught up in all the other stuff. And I just want you to hear how this brother, Mike Jones, how, to me, he just sounds so threatened by that. Just listen to this, what I'm saying. You hear what I'm saying?
Life.
Mm-hmm.
You heard?
Yeah.
Like, I really give back to the people. I don't care about none of the rhetoric he talking about. I grew up in the church. You're not going to do none of that to me. But I really do a lot for the people.
Mm-hmm. He talked about lyrics.
I don't care about none of that.
Okay.
In real life, I do a lot for the people. Now let's line up to the statistics.
Mm-hmm.
You talking or you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You heard? You talk a good one. What have you done?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
You know how many people I watched get killed that I grew up as my friends and things like that? I don't get scared straight. I stand up stronger and fight for my people and do for my people every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Miss me with the rhetoric about what I do in my music. I get money off my music. Don't tell me how to make my dollars. But what I do for the people, from my heart, can't nobody tell me about at all. And I've been doing this since I got in this game, even before I got in this game. When I was buying my...
Now to me, that just sounds like a brother who don't want to hear nothing, who's been so accustomed to adulation and people looking up to him and to people loving him and not challenging him at all on anything. That is what I see in that guy. And he doesn't like that. So he is immediately striking out. Now he said some other things about, somebody might hurt him because of what this guy's saying about him. I mean, but if what he's saying is true, do you have to go to that extent? I mean, do you have to go to threatening him? Because I just bring a little piece of this clip out. I mean, he said a lot more stuff. You know, he was talking a lot of stuff like, you know, his cousin might, you know, slap him because he don't like the way he's talking about him, and you know, he don't know who might step to him because of what he's saying. You know, all that kind of, you know, stuff that goes beyond what this brother D1 is talking about. See, and so maybe D1 could have spoke to him directly, but he didn't do it. And as you being an elder, you don't have to go to that extent, you know, to go off on him like that. Just talk to the guy. You know, if he's wrong, if he doesn't know what you really are doing behind the scenes, tell him, say, young brother, you didn't do that. And then maybe, how about this? You and him both, instead of you getting in your ego, you and him both come out together and come to the community and say you guys are going to maybe do something together. Maybe not. You don't have to. But I'm saying you don't have to come from that angle, the threatening. You know, you might get hurt if you keep running your mouth. Or I can't talk to you at all now. You know, see, and let me tell you something. Let me listen to this video about Farrakhan. Now he talked a little bit about what goes on behind the scenes. Now, this happens all the time. We don't know about it, but it happens all of the time. Listen to what I'm trying to say. Listen to what he says. Hold on, I'll be right back.
A piece of the action, but a piece of the action is only given to you to do this. Do you hear what I'm saying? And if you dare to want to challenge things, you are threatened that the chips that you got now, they'll take them from you. And so if you don't want to lose the bling bling, if you don't want to lose the little monies that you're getting now, you bow down. If they don't like your lyric, they tell you quick. No, not that. This. So the more you berate your women, the more you talk down on one another, the more that sells. And what you gotta understand is that every rapper is a leader. Because every rapper got his posse and he got his following. Now, as a rapper, if you get into a beef with one another, you may not kill each other, but your posse will kill the posse of the brother or sister that you have a beef with. So peace has to start at the table. Squashing beefs is in the interest of our people. It's in the interest of our community. But now, well, hell, if having a beef will sell a record, damn, you know what I mean? I got a choice to make, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, I can make peace, you understand, after I make the money, but I'm gonna call that so-and-so, you know what I mean, and we gonna get it on. See? And when you think like that, you play into the hands of the destroyers of our people. And so out of that Million Man March, 10 years later, I said, well, I wasn't thinking about no march no more. Because what we did in 1995, we can never, ever do again. That was a once in a lifetime. All we can do is build on it, but never try to repeat it. You know that you are only as strong as your latest hit. Once you stop hitting, the record company don't know you no more. All the people that you think loved you yesterday, if you ain't got a hit, your phone don't ring. So while you hitting, you better do something with it, doctor, because there's another whole group coming up behind you, like you came up behind KRS-One and Dougie Fresh and and Public Enemy, Chuck D and the boy. You came up behind those warriors. See, now there's a group pushing up on you. I can out-rap that dude. I heard him the other night at the club. He wasn't saying nothing. I could challenge him. You understand what I'm saying? See, I mean, that's our spirit, man. Rap. I used to be a calypso singer. And in the Caribbean, you know, when you get to be the king of calypso, you have to stand and rhyme. And you got to hit the next man with a rhyme that outdoes him. It's like playing the dozens, but you're doing it with song and with music. So if you are good, you get a title. You see? So my name at that time, you have to pardon me, my name at that time was the Charmer, you know. Well, you got names now. You nobody. Don't nobody know the name that you were given. You got a stage name. That's right. I was playing in a nightclub in Canada, and a beautiful young lady said, "You are so charming, so charming." I said, So the next day I was the Charmer. And I put out records under that name. And I'm saying that to say that I understand a lot more than somebody who's just a preacher. Because I've been where you are. I didn't get a chance to be that famous because I was plucked at the time that I had a hit calypso that was on the New York hit parade for 5 years straight. But in that time, I was plucked, and I became a follower of Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X, and I don't regret 1 minute of that. But when I look at you all, I know what I'm looking at. I'm not just looking at entertainers.
That's right.
I'm looking at leaders who are leading young people all over the world.
Now, exactly what he's saying. Now, that is what I believe that a lot of these record executives do not want, is an independent person who understands what's going on with the music industry, wants to own his information, and doesn't want to just put garbage out, wants to put put music out that is positive. Now, you can put a good beat to it, you can do all the things you do to it, but the words, what you are saying can be changed. Can be changed. And you can change it. And so that's what I believe that these executives fear. So that's all I had. Just want to put that out there. This is, like I said, this is my first time back trying to, do these podcasts. I'm gonna try to do more of them. I'm gonna do more of them. I just gotta think some things I want to talk about, and as I do, I will come here with them. Thank you.